So in the previous video, we implemented the basic movements and gameplay of chess. And now we are going to go further and verify that it works with the check and checkmate rules implemented. So in the previous video, we implemented an immutable chessboard, so we can actually create boards and check possibilities. So I'm going to create if is check as a method, and this is going to iterate, actually is check for a specific player, so we are going to verify is check for a player. So, and we can also make is check generic and return something like this. So player is check player, return player, otherwise no. So in this is check, we are going to iterate over all the pieces of a specific player. So if the piece is from this player, let's compute its movement. For this, let's actually implement this x, y, b. Something like this. Then we have the position of the cell, and then we are going to get the bilateral movements for those for that cell. And then we are going to verify if one of those positions is a piece, is a king piece of the other player. It's different of this player, and in this case, this is a check for that player. So when we are doing movements, when we are validating movements, this when we are validating movements, let me check. Why is this not working? We are getting the position, and what happens here? This is the I don't know what's going on here. So this is valid. Piece. So that was some y. piece pose to float, something like this. Okay, so yeah. So now it should be only a valid movement in the case we are going to filter the possible movements. In the case we have the old position with, let's create a new board with the movement of the old position and the new, and let's check for this player. Let's support nulls, in the case it's null, let's put in false. Is check player, only in the case it's not check. With movement it's not check. Why? One of them should work. Why is not working? Filter. We have the old position, the new position, and is check should be false. Filter face. Filter not. Is check. Filter not true. Filter true. Is this throwing an exception? Probably. Because here we have a try catch. Maybe here we can actually update the text. So this is a null pointer, I guess. Stack Overflow. It is a Stack Overflow. Because we are using the same method for the available movements. So here we are going to add a check, do check, accept check, accept check, and by default is going to be true. It's going to be false. And when we are checking movements here, let's accept we have checks. So then we are not going to do any checks here. So if we are accepting checks, here the filter is true. Otherwise, let's actually check that. Okay, so now, for example, if I move this here, it should be for the other player, I guess. So now the king. Yeah, Now we can move this. We can move this, and this, but we cannot make any other movements because that would keep the check position. And then we could verify. Let's force checkmate somehow. So this, now the king can move because it would be here. Actually, for pawns, we didn't implement it. The rule of removing a piece from other places. So now this is a checkmate. This is a checkmate. So blacks can't move right now. So when that happens, we can verify if it's a checkmate for a player if there is no available movements for that player. So for example, let's check. This is a check. If the available movements for the other player is a check, and for our player, if we check all the movements, except not accepting check, and all of them is empty. If it is not empty, this means that we have a possible movement. So we have a possible movement. And in this case, if we have a possible movement, this is not a checkmate. But if we iterated all of our pieces and there is no available movement, then we have a checkmate. So we are going to do the same as here. It's checkmate for specific player, and then we are going to, after every movement, we are going to update the text with the board is checkmate. This will tell us if we are in a checkmate position. Black. So black is not checkmate position. Now this is not the case but here those black have a possible position, this one. And now black. Okay, and in the opposite way, let's simulate So let's say this is not the right way for doing that, but let's say this is mate, this is check, sorry, and let's force a checkmate. How can we force that? This is white. Okay, so we have white and white. Okay, so in any case, it seems to be working properly. So now we have to implement in another video the pawn movement when there is a piece that it can remove. See you in the next video.